All right, Wednesday already, October 9th. We got a hurricane bearing down. We're asking if Tesla's Robotaxi is going to be a dud and new Christmas spirit stores? Spirit Christmas?
The spirit?
I can't believe this is just coming up.
Why? Why?
I know why. Man, I'll tell you what.
Okay, we'll be fine.
I'll tell you what. We got a lot of great content hitting the world right now, and our biggest fear as an organization and as people who care about the people in this organization is that this content won't be seen. Because it is so good. Like, we've never made a post and a piece of content that's made multiple people on our team ugly cry.
Ugly cry, just full on ugly cry. Like, that's the way it is. And if you haven't seen this ugly cry video, you should go to our LinkedIn, scroll down just a wee bit to Monday, and find the piece at Rohrman. It is Honda. Sublime. Yes.
Or you could go to our YouTube channel, ASOTube, ASOTU.be. Right. It'll bring you right to our channel. And it says, I think the thumbnail is a picture of a giant Honda store on a planet, and it says world record, right? Yep. But the piece is like, the end is unbelievable. My wife saw it for the first time last night.
It's wild.
Unbelievable. Yep. Yeah. We also have a new In the Dirt podcast. That's another podcast where Jordan Cox goes out and just has a little bit of deeper conversation. So he's got that also from the Rohrman Honda Grand Opening, where he's talking to the service director about creating career opportunities in fixed ops. When we started this, we were like, we need to give fixed ops people more love. And that's been our kind of one of our
We've been doing that kind of recently.
Sidecar goals. Since we started, absolutely. And Dan Shine, editor of Automotive Fixed Ops for Automotive News, saw it. A lot of people in the fixed ops side of the business see it. And look, we believe it takes both sides, and all the best operators understand it takes both sides.
Yep.
So, yeah, got that. We got new more than cars episode releasing. What else? We're gonna be traveling a lot. Let's talk about that for a second.
We're gonna be traveling a lot.
We hope to meet.
Don't talk about it too much. It gives my heart troubles.
I know. It's like 5 of the next 6 weeks. But yeah, we're going to be in Virginia, Indiana, Austin, Texas, Florida, all the things. Speaking of Florida, let's get into the news.
Let's get into it. Here we go.
This is more of the news right now. Several wholesale auto auctions and many dealerships in Florida are closed today, tomorrow, due to the impending arrival of Hurricane Milton. The storm is basically hovering between a Category 4 and Category 5 right now. You know it. You're following the news. If you're not, you should.
Yeah.
Not like, the Weather Channel tends to blow things out of proportion to make news. This isn't one of those times.
No.
It's an actual thing.
Big deal.
We have staff that has evacuated. CarMax closed 5 stores in Tampa, Fort Myers, Napleton, Bradenton, Clearwater. Penske Auto Group took similar precautions, securing all their properties, allowing staff to safeguard their families, and of course, making sure all their vehicles are on the floor plan for the insurance. Major auctions, including ADESA and Manheim, all have canceled their sales. All have closed their locations. Tony Pordon of Penske said, quote, "We're working with our team members so they can secure their properties and take care of their families." So this is a big, big deal.
This is one of those you get these every once in a while where this thing just like cuts straight through the middle of Florida. Orlando gets it, and there's a couple massive auctions there, right? Not just in Tampa, but that coast, they're expecting in the neighborhood of like 10 to 12 foot storm surges. So this is a real one. Like, it is coming in. It's something to be paying attention to all across the country, because we know those auto auctions, we know those the vehicle volumes in that area are super high, and then we know just there's a ton of people in auto that are going to be impacted by this, their families, and just praying that the damage is extremely minimal as this thing comes in. But we'll be watching this over the next 24 hours to see exactly what happens for sure.
Also, like, make sure your people are safe. Great opportunity to take care of your people now. And I was on the phone with a friend who you also know, who works with a big RV outlet, and same thing, right? RVs, any industry that has stuff. But interesting, like, what did I see? I saw somebody. It was Marcus Lemonis, right? Camping World, CEO of Camping World, owner of a lot of stuff, and he made a post where they're moving a bunch of RVs into position
in front of stuff.
No. No. That's kind of fun though. Fun to think about. Into position to be able to, as soon as the storm passes, move all this inventory into the state to provide temporary. So interesting to see as FEMA's having its troubles and like to see some private businesses. I still see him as kind of like the auto industry saying like, hey, how can we be ready? Nathan, our producer,
goodness, neither of us. What have we done?
Well, I brought this in so I could print it today.
Oh, he's like, don't worry, it's getting it later.
This is gonna have a Black Love People More You Love car show. I just couldn't get it done fast enough. Wow, call us out though. Really, it does feel like weird. Are we? It's like it feels like a vacation day. Kyle and I were gonna be somewhere today, and and the trip got canceled. So we were gonna be.
Our whole lives are thrown off. We can't even see.
So we're like, I don't know what to do now. Our wives are like, what are you doing here?
Right. Exactly.
But it's great to see like these people moving things and saying like, hey, we're not going to rely on the government to save us. We're going to do everything we can to take care of one another. So take care of one another. And if anything comes up over the next few days, needs help, let us know. crew@asoto.com. We'll get the word out. Do everything.
Yes.
And then we'll have Todd Caputo on next week to tell us how bad the inventory situation has just gotten. So like, this is going to make a mark, this one.
It's going to get real.
Speaking of making a mark.
Stop.
Segue.
Time.
It's a big question mark tomorrow.
Big old question mark.
I mean, literally, as Tesla gears up for its We Robot event, kind of like the play on the iRobot thing back in the day, expectations remain low for the unveiling of this dedicated Robotaxi that no one has seen. While the company promised a bold self-driving future, a lot of people are uncertain about its near-term potential. Basically, they talk saying they're going to reveal an autonomous vehicle with no steering wheel or pedals designed specifically for self-driving. Despite years of development, their full self-driving program still many limitations, averaging just 120 miles between disengagements, like where somebody has to, take the wheel. I mean, it's a lot of miles though. Analysts,
that's a lot.
I mean, who's driving 120 miles? Analysts are pointing out that companies like Waymo and Cruise already are operating functional robotaxi services in the U.S., while Tesla is lagging behind. Ronald Juscalo, I messed his name up. Jusico of Guggenheim Securities doubts Tesla will present a viable commercialization path within the next 12 to 24 months. He's like, we're going to give him 2 years. Adam Jones of Morgan Stanley thinks Tesla will take a dual approach, offering both fully autonomous and supervised rideshare services by 25-26. So we'll find out tomorrow.
We'll find out. I'm probably a little bit more optimistic than the pundits, just because, like, typically when they actually come to, like, normally what happens is they just push back the reveal, right? And they're like, it's not ready yet. It's not ready.
Yeah. I mean, they did that twice on this one.
If they haven't, like, unless this afternoon, it's like push back again, I think.
Oh gosh, they're not going to do that.
Might shock everyone.
I think my guess is it's going to be a blend. It's going to be a little dog and pony. I think they're going to have a car that, probably takes a page out of Steve Jobs' playbook.
It's hard to take that page out of Steve Jobs' playbook, though.
Well, with a car, it is. It's amazing. But I think they're going to have a physical car that you can see that looks like, oh, this is what it's going to look like. I don't think that's the car that's going to be doing any of the autonomous driving.
Right.
I think they're going to be like, and we have these Robotaxi Tesla Model 3s, right? That's more like the Waymo thing. The big difference in like the Waymo and the Cruise is like Tesla's going to own the vertical.
That's right.
Like they're going to own the vehicle. They make it. They service it. They're going to build the app that summons it and get that Uber-esque revenue. Like it'll be a big thing. And I think they'll get there. Will they get there tomorrow? I think it's going to be a half measure.
I think you're right. I think it'll be a little dog and pony tomorrow. But
speaking of dog and pony.
Oh,
segue.
That's
reindeer
one.
Reindeer and unicorns.
That's a good segue. Spirit Halloween, you know them. They're out everywhere right now. Known for its popular pop-up stores, is testing a brand new concept, Spirit Christmas, by opening 10 holiday-themed stores across the northeastern U.S. The new stores will focus on festive decor, live Santa Claus experiences, even offering free digital photos for visitors. It's basically like the mall all over again. Spirit Christmas revived.
Except in an old Blockbuster.
This is an idea they tested in the 1990s and mid-2000s, but discontinued after mixed results. Location cities include Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and many of the locations are previous Spirit Halloween stores, so they're going to do the flip. If you don't know, Spirit Halloween is the most successful pop-up retail chain, expecting a record year with 50,000 seasonal workers, over 1,500 stores, which is already up about 10,000 staff and 25 store locations from last year. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, trying to capitalize on what it looks to be a little bit of a moderate growth on holiday retail this year.
Listen, I think this is a fantastic idea. I didn't know they tried it before. The timing seems right. There's a lot of retail space available right now, so there's a lot of places to put these things, which is like the first hurdle to make it easy. And everyone gets it. I've personally never been in a Spirit Halloween. Miles, my son, was just saying, he's like, we should go to one. I was like, you're right. I was like, I've never even been in one. But I think the Spirit Christmas one makes all the sense in the world, especially if they're able to pull off making it an experience when you go in. When I think of a Spirit Halloween, it's probably just like a bunch of stuff on the shelves, but Christmas is different, much more of a broader reach. And if they can have a reason for the kids to go in there and see Santa or see the train or whatever else they come up with, I think they're on to something. And all the Targets and Walmarts, like they're going to take a bite out of that.
They are. And here's the two things for me. One, obviously people love Christmas experiences. They pay through the nose for them. But two, and bigger, is we just talked about last week how Spirit Halloween is partnering with Uber. Now, I don't have many times where I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't have this for Halloween, right?
I need the Yule log. Get it here.
But in the Christmas season, it's like you're in mid-Christmas setup and like getting, taking
you're down one string of lights.
Like, you need a string of lights. Boom. Where am I going? I'm going to Spirit Christmas. Done.
Oh.
Yeah, just thinking out loud there with the old Uber partnership with this.
Well, look, I mean, hey, if you're a dealership, follow the trend, right?
Stuff.
No, don't get any Christmas stuff yet. What they should do is pair it with like a decorating service. I don't know. We're just biz devin today. You have to take care of one another out there, and we're going to go back and print things on our shirts.